Welcome to Conversations from the Heart. This week's message is not just a story, it's more of an invitation. I had the privilege of visiting the Nova exhibit for the second time. The first time was in Florida with my family, and the second right here in Toronto. We took my daughter's boyfriend, who isn't Jewish, and as he listened to the survivors' testimonies, I could see a shift in his eyes. I could see the disbelief, the heartbreak, the indignation. Something shifted in his soul. And as I sat in the small theater watching an introductory film, all I could ask myself was, when did people stop being humans and became monsters? If you have not seen that exhibit, please run. It should be mandatory for every human being, especially non-Jews.
October 7th, for so many of us, was the day the music died. We had to do something for our friends that everyone can come and pay their respect. And this is when the idea of the exhibit started.
The Moment Music Stood Still is an exhibit that recreates those moments in vivid detail.
Visitors will see the real items that littered the grounds of the festival after the attack. Piles of shoes never claimed, burned out cars.
I am here every day for hours introducing my daughter. This is Oria, 26 when she was murdered.
The sprawling exhibition culminates in the Nova Healing Tent, where patrons make a solemn vow: we will dance again.
The "We Will Dance Again" slogan means so much more than just dancing. It's we will live again, we will survive again.
We are doing everything in our power to heal our community. And the sentence, "we will dance again," I promise you that we will dance again.
And yet what struck me most during that October 7th morning was not the darkness, but the light. The exhibit wasn't rooted in hatred or vengeance, although they would be justified. It radiated something deeper: hope, strength, resilience. It reminded me of a story that goes like this. A man found himself lost in a pitch black night. He couldn't see the road. He couldn't find his way. Fear wrapped around him like a thick blanket. But then, in the distance, he saw a tiny flame, just a candle, flickering. He moved towards it slowly, carefully. Now, the flame didn't erase the darkness, but it helped him take one step, and then another, and then another. You see, that light didn't change everything, but it changed something. It gave him direction. It gave him hope. That's what this moment feels like for Jews around the world. Another chapter in our people's long history of darkness, but not the one that comes when the sun sets in. The kind that creeps in when people forget their humanity. The kind when truth is twisted and silence becomes easier than to stand up for what's right. October 7, 2023 was one of those dark days. Over 1,200 innocent people were brutally murdered in Israel. Men, women, children, tortured, kidnapped, raped, mutilated. And if that wasn't enough, what followed was just as alarming. Not just political disagreements or protests and loud rallies, but open hatred. Global anti-Semitism exploded at a scale we haven't seen after the Holocaust. Now, some will say, but Israel retaliated. Yes, it did, because it had to. Israel didn't instigate, it didn't provoke. It did what any country would have done if its citizens were slaughtered in their sleep. It defended itself. All Israel has ever done is exist, but for some, that's already too much. And here is what breaks my heart. Across high schools and university campuses, Jewish students have been threatened, harassed, cornered, not through debate, but through intimidation and raw hatred. And somehow this is being tolerated, hidden behind the slogans of free speech and social justice. But when a student doesn't feel safe walking to class because of who they are, my God, we've lost the plot. Tolerance should never be a mask for hate. Free speech should never be a weapon. And yet, in the face of this storm, what have the Jewish people done? Well, like in the story, they have become candles in the dark. They are not responding with justified hatred. They are not bombing bridges, burning flags, or disturbing public peace on the streets. But they are showing up with dignity, with strength and purpose. Instead of staying in fear as victims, they're dancing again. Just like after the Holocaust, they didn't just mourn the dead. They took their pain and turned it into purpose. They turned a desert into an oasis. They built hospitals and museums and schools. They have told their stories, not to guilt the world, but to remind it so that they don't let history happen again. And now, after the Nova Festival massacre, they're doing it again with a traveling exhibit and through survivor testimonies. They don't hide their wounds, they honor them. They don't stay in the dark, they become candles that radiate light. I find this to be a very unique quality of the Jewish people. Even after wandering the desert for 40 years, after the Holocaust, after every war, and now after October 7th, they always find a way to be the light. So my message this week isn't for the Jews, it's for you, the ones who are not. We need you, and we need you now, not because of politics, not because of religion, but because you are human. You and I and all of us, we are not much different. We want peace, we want safety, we want the simple right to exist. Today is us, tomorrow it could be you. And when that day comes, I promise you this, our people will not stand cold in silence. They will stand beside you, not because of faith or background, because you are one of us, you're human. I know that the world feels dark right now, but don't underestimate the power of a single candle. It can't fix it all, but if you light your corner and we all take care of our little corner, together we can create something bigger than hate. We create hope.